Hi, this is Leah Selig with Remax Hometown Realty in Wyckoff, New Jersey, and today I'm going to talk to you about how to save up for the down payment for your first home. And I'm going to start now. So I've talked about how important it is for women to be independent and buy their first condo or small home on their own. And the biggest question that people have is, I'm living paycheck to paycheck. How am I supposed to save up for this home? And I have some, really great tips for you. I mean, you could look on the internet and find a billion articles about how to save up for your down payment, whether it's 5%, 10%, 20% that you want to put down. And of course, that's a personal decision that you're going to talk to your mortgage lender about, your mortgage representative that you're going to talk to. And also, please remember to talk to more than one to get a lot of different ideas, a lot of different information. And then when you find how much that you need to save up, we have a plan. I'm going to put a link to a really neat chart that has exactly how much money that you would add in each week to your savings. And at the end of the year, you'll have $10,000, which sounds impossible, but it is definitely doable. And how is it doable? One way is that even if you're living paycheck to paycheck, you really have some free time. We all have some free time that we're just like wasting watching TV, cleaning the house, things like that. Doesn't need to be so clean. So you're going to want to get a part-time job or a side hustle, as they call it now. And there are so many different things that you can do. Even if you have no experience other than the career that you're in, you can babysit on the weekend. You can dog sit or dog walk or cat sit. You can get a part-time job anywhere, like in a bagel place, in any store, just to get that extra money that you could be putting away each week. There's so many other things that you can do. You can become a tutor if you know a certain subject. You could become a tutor after school hours in the evening or on the weekends. You can clean houses. Anything that you know how to do, you can do and get a little money for it. You can mow lawns. You could do landscaping if that's your thing. If you're handy around the house, whether, women are handy too. I'm not handy at all. But many women are very handy. And you can make a little side money helping people out with things that they need done around the house. Also, errands, running errands for people, especially the elderly. Doing elder care also, a little on the side. There's a lot of different ways that you can make that extra money. So just because you don't have it now, you're going to have to work a little harder and save that so that each week you can put money away to achieve that $10,000 or more if you decide that you need more. Again, look down below in the comments section. I'm going to put a link to that chart that you can get for free. And there are other charts like it all over the internet, and I hope that it's helpful to you. So, of course, everybody says to stop spending, and it's true. You really have to curb your spending, especially if you're young and you're just not used to all the bills that come and everything. You're going to have to learn how to cut back. So how do you do that? Well, there's a lot of ways. Like, do you need that fancy schmancy coffee you drink every morning, or can you make your own coffee? You can save so much money like that. Do you want to get healthy and thinner at the same time as saving money? Go vegan. I went vegan 3 years ago, lost a bunch of weight, got pretty healthy, I must say, knock wood. And I save so much money on my grocery bill, it's ridiculous. So that's a great way to do it. And when you save that money, you put it over into your savings directly. Don't just save it and then spend it on something else. You're going to want to really save that money. Do you need a fancy car? I know, it looks good to lease a really nice car, but you can give that up and buy a cheaper used car and not have that monthly payment every single month on a lease. Not to mention when the lease is done that they get you for any little scratch or anything, and you have to pay some more money, and the money that you have to pay up front for a lease. I mean, it's so much better to just get rid of that, buy something manageable for you. You don't have to impress anybody. You just have to get from point A to point B. I mean, I'm a realtor, and I gave up my beloved Volvo lease that I've had for I had it for 6 to 8 years. I can't remember. I always just renewed my a Volvo. And then I thought, what am I doing? I'm throwing away this money. So I bought a used car, a Honda CR-V. It already had a couple of dents in it, so I'm good to go. Like, I don't have to worry about, oh, what if I dent it? Little boo-boos. And I paid $6,000 for it cash. Done. I don't have any more car payments. So do my customers care? They don't care. I don't have to impress them with my wonderful car. I would rather have the money in the bank and have bought a house for myself, which I did. So it's, you just, and you have to have the discipline to put aside what you want now for something that you want later. And there's so many different services that you think you need, that you do on a daily basis or a weekly or monthly basis, that you just don't need to do. You could do your hair by yourself, unless it's a trim. I mean, if you're coloring your hair, you can color it yourself. If you're used to getting highlights and lowlights and all kinds of treatments, you could just do without those. And just the money that you would have spent, put it in your savings. When you go out, I know you like to go out and have fun. Everybody does. But one thing this pandemic taught us is that you don't need to go out as much as you want to. You could be really happy going to the park for a walk. I mean, so find things that are free to do. I mean, hopefully all the restrictions of this pandemic will be over soon, and we can carefully get back to normal, and find things that you could do that are free or nearly free. And one important thing that I've learned is that eating and going to restaurants is not entertainment. It's nourishment for us. So I know there are times you want to go out with your friends, you want to go out to eat, but you can find things to eat that are good for you, that are not that expensive. And if you're going to splurge, just once in a while. Otherwise, just go low, have people over, and tell them to bring a great dish, or just get together for a picnic, a barbecue, something like that. But food really isn't entertainment. And if you go back in your bank statements and add up all the takeout food and all the restaurant food that you've done for the year, you'll be astonished at how much money you blew. That would have been your, one night, your entire weekly budget for food. So just be aware of that. I'm not saying to never go out, but when you're saving up for something special, just go out on special occasions. Tell friends and family that you're saving up for a house. They'll be understanding. When it comes to birthdays and gifts that you want to give for people for any kind of reason, get them something nice, but you don't have to go over the top. Again, you're not trying to impress anybody. You're trying to show how much you appreciate them. And there's so many wonderful gifts you can give them that don't break the bank. So don't go overboard. I have a friend that just gives everybody elaborate gifts all the time. She really can't afford it. She just wants to show everybody that she's capable of it. But you know what? If you're saving for your house, that's more important. Just, a really nice, heartfelt, small gift and a wonderful card, and you're good to go. I'm sure that you have more than enough clothing and you don't need any more clothes, and you don't need any more jewelry, and maybe you need one or two little things, cosmetics or something, but you really can use what you have for the year. And it's a challenge to, just sort of like mix up your wardrobe and see what you can get away with. But don't buy any new stuff that you just don't need, and go through all of your stuff and sell anything that you just never use or that you seldom use and you really don't need. Take that money. That would be that money that you put in for your savings for that week. So there are just so many ways. You can go on the internet and get all kinds of other ideas of things to do, but basically these things have all worked for me personally. So I really hope that they work for you. And there's no reason why, when you put your mind to something, that you can't do it. And in the long run, you're going to save so much money not throwing away your money by paying somebody else's mortgage in the form of rent, but by paying yourself, because you're going to be so proud in the end that you've got your own place. You're starting out independently and strong, and it's just yours to decorate and to enjoy the way you want to. So good luck with everything, and I'll see you in the next video.